Allan Kristensen, a judge's judge, and an online viral sensation.
Awesome, guys, that was great.
This is the clip seen round the world in 2014 when a Carolina Crown snare drummer lost his drum. Allan was just being Allan, trying to make a bad moment for a performer a little bit better. Kristensen started his marching percussion journey with a drum and bell corps in 1967. He would go on to play in those famed Santa Clara Vanguard snare lines, led by Fred Sanford from 1974 to 76. Allan then became a teacher and arranger, eventually taking on the Vanguard percussion section in 86 and 87. Allan Kristensen joined DCI's judging ranks in 1989. In no time, he became one of DCI's go-to judges when the big events rolled around.
Wow! Snares, that was I must say, incredible. Holy smokes! Oh my gosh. Very, very demanding. Woo! Nice.
Allan's passion was contagious. He loved it when a drumline was having a good night.
Oh, stylistically, that's beautiful. As you get this started, a little ornamentation, good for you. Yeah, tenors, nice job with the paradiddle diddles, good quality. You guys, that was a gas, thank you very much.
Allan judged his first DCI World Championship Finals in 1992. He would judge 11 finals in all before retiring, a record worthy of Allan Kristensen's election to the Drum Corps International Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much to Drum Corps International and members of the DCI Hall of Fame Committee for recognizing me with this incredible and such a prestigious honor. I'm very proud to be included in the class of 2025 along with Matt Harloff, Jack Bevins, and Jim Moore. Congrats. I'd like to thank all those people involved with my nomination packets. Mike Needham, Mark Hammonds, David Lesser, and all of those who took the time to write support letters. People like DCI Judge Administrator John Phillips and DCI Director of Competition Lee Carlson. Instructors like Ralph Hardiman, Jim Casella, Joe Morella, and Scott Johnson. Judge colleagues and mentors like Ed Argenziano, Glenn Fugit, Dan Bryan, Gary Markham, and Shirley Whitcomb. I know I'm recognized for picking up Ryan Hall's snare drum during his last performance with Carolina Crown, or for my enthusiasm that spills onto my tapes when a corps is achieving excellence, like, "Wow, tenors!" or "Holy smokes!" or "That was tight." But I also hope that my early and mid-season recordings were helpful in supporting growth to a higher level of performance. Thank you to all of the performers and staffs for considering what I had to say. I joined a drum corps in March of 1967 when I was 11 years old and eventually tried out for and made it into the Santa Clara Vanguard. In 1974 and 75, Fred Sanford wrote the most beautiful music for our percussion ensemble, and instructor Bob Kalkofen relentlessly pushed me to produce quality, precision, and consistency to hang on with the world-class drummers that I got to perform with. Ralph Hardiman became a good friend and mentor when he joined the Vanguard staff in 1976 and eventually invited me to teach alongside him 10 years later in 1986 and 87. I learned so much about both teaching and writing from him. I actually had a short interest in judging in the mid-1970s when I was mentored by former Kilty snare drummer Ron Sorensen of the Pacific Coast Judges Association. I was assigned to some shows and was able to meet and learn from percussion legends Len Carey, Rodney Goodhart, Tom Rowe, Gus Barbaro, John Blair, and Paul Watina. I continued teaching and writing, but at the 1989 preseason evaluation show, Shirley Whitcomb saw me as a spectator sitting in the stands, and she called down to me, "Allan, you get up here." And then she shouted, "Somebody get Allan a tape recorder right now." Judging has been a constant in my life since then, and I will always be grateful to Shirley for that. I wouldn't have made it as a judge if it weren't for the support and leadership of judge administrators Jay Kennedy, Scott Coder, Ken Turner, John Turner, Mike Rubino, and John Phillips, who also brought me onto his team for 6 years as a caption head and then judge liaison. Feeling appreciated is so important. Thank you all so much. Judging field percussion can be downright dangerous. So I'd like to thank my fellow judges on the field who have given me a heads up about tricky situations. Not only for those conversations, but to all of those in the judging community that have been supportive, provided mentorship, and just been good friends over the years. Thank you. Every year we've been married, I've left home to be involved in music pageantry. My life partner and loving wife, Kim, gave me the freedom and support to do that, not only during the summers for DCI, but in the fall and winter as well. I'm very fortunate to have you in my life, and you make me a better person. Our daughter, Ryan, saw me leave and get on many planes while she grew up. She would send me the sweetest voicemails and always would be waiting for me when I arrived back home. Thank you for letting me go be with my drum corps community. I love you so much. Finally, I've always been a big fan of drum corps, and judging gave me the best seat in the house. The exhilaration of being surrounded by performers at all ability levels, giving it their all to be the best they can be, is so exciting. I was asked to come into DCI Championship Week 28 times as a judge. I came to expect it, and it was addicting. But when I wouldn't get asked, I hurt. But I prepared to be a better judge and hope for that call the next year. Thank you for having me back time and time again. Thank you so, so much.
This is amazing. This is an incredible honor that truly humbles me. But I am very grateful and very thankful, so thank you. If you've seen me judge on the field, you know I'm a fortunate person. But I'm also very fortunate for my family, and they joined me tonight, flying in from Brooklyn and from California. My wife, Kim, is here with me. My daughter, Ryan, from Brooklyn. My sister-in-law, Adrian, is here. I have friends and former students that have joined me from California. Thank you, guys. Are there any judges in the back that have made it over here yet? Yeah! Thanks for being here. John Phillips is celebrating the end of his 25-plus year as judge administrator, and he made it over here also after they had a big celebration. So thank you for your support and friendship over the years. And then I suppose I have one apology, and that is to Tom Blair. Tom, I apologize for running across the camera while you're trying to put on these world-class productions and broadcasts. Thank you, though. I've enjoyed it. Thank you. We'll see you this week. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Presenting 2025 Drum Corps International Hall of Fame inductee, Allan Kristensen.